is 91.1 KLSU's SaintParty, and I'm here tonight with GRiZ.
What's up?
Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
So you're about to be playing here for your first show in New Orleans, right?
Absolutely, man, yeah.
You excited for it?
Dude, fuck yeah.
So you play the saxophone, right?
Yes, I did.
Do you have like a history in jazz sax at all?
Well, where that comes from is, it's like, when I was in 5th grade, I had to choose an instrument.
Yeah.
I chose the oboe, and then like the oboe would always break on me and shit. So I chose a saxophone, and that was a much better choice because I don't think like live oboe over like EDM would be like super dope at all. So so I chose that, and then I got taught as a choice jazz saxophone by one of the members of the Detroit Symphony Orchestra.
Really?
Through middle school, and then through the start of high school. So, yeah.
Were you a fan of Bill Clinton for his saxophone abilities?
Absolutely.
Do you think he's any good?
Yeah.
As a good saxophone?
I mean, I'm not a huge saxophone player listener.
Yeah.
Like I like my thing is like horn sections, you know.
Yeah.
So like as far as like my knowledge of like saxophone players goes, it's like pretty limited. But I mean, like sure, yeah. I mean, anybody that can play like a good riff, man.
Okay.
It gets me, you know.
So you just finished a tour with Grizmatik, right?
Big Gigantic.
Oh, Big Gigantic.
Right.
I'm losing my mind here. Haven't you been working with Grizmatik now?
Yeah, I did a tour with him back in spring for his digital Freedom tour.
Okay.
So I guested that, and so that born like that through that the Grizmatik project was born because I would like work on tracks on the bus, and I'd be like, yo Dennis, check this out, like he'd like listen to it back, like dude, that's so cool, like we should like do something together. I'm like, yeah, of course, let's just like keep working on this thing I started. So like that was the first track, and since then we've been kind of like plugging away at a couple new tunes. So we're trying to release some material in the future.
Okay. What's the next project that you're planning on releasing? Do you have like any EPs coming up, or are you hoping to do more singles?
Oh man, we have like a ton of shit coming out. I just don't know what exactly I can announce right now. I expect like a few like really big things with some like big artists coming out soon. Collaboration with Big Gigantic called Power coming out soon. So that's like one of the next big releases. There's this big dubstep guy that I'm working with. So I'll be working on some stuff with him. So that'll be coming out soon on his record label.
Are you keeping it secret?
I kind of have to right now.
That's cool. I understand that. It's cool. You have a secret project coming up. That's something for us to look forward to.
Yeah, and then possibly some work with Michael Menner coming out soon because we've got this thing with the Disco Bisquits that I'm opening for, and then he's playing that I'm playing.
Yeah, I just saw posts about that recently.
Yeah, so that's so we want to work on some material to like play together for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see then. So I have a hard time trying to describe to people what it is exactly that makes it GRiZ.
Right.
You have a sort of unique musical style. What is it that you think you're pioneering in the time that we're in now musically? Because I love the songs that you're coming out with. It's a very distinct sound.
Thanks, man. I would like to consider what I do as like electro soul or like future funk kind of music. In the sense that it's like soul and funk music, but with this like the EDM cultured sound, you know, kind of like giving it that like dubstep energy and like using some of those sounds, but in a hip hop tempo.
Okay.
So you got your hip hop tempo and your soul music, your funk music. Funk is typically a little bit faster. So like you have your funk like tempos being like 100 to 105, which is like BPM, which is kind of like what people nowadays might call mid-tempo music, or glitch hop, like spanning between like 90 to like 100 BPMs, like kind of glitch hop. That's more like soul music.
How much of the music that's coming out these days do you listen to? Like, do you just sit there and try and make your own sounds and not listen to what else is coming out? Do you try and like see what exactly other people are putting out right now?
I would say, man, that it's hard not to hear the music coming out right now.
That's fine. It's like, I don't know, I've heard of musicians who just like listen to nothing but their own music all day, and
it's a healthy balance, man. Try to keep a healthy balance.
Do you listen to high top kicks at all?
I listen to like my favorite groups are like Edward Sharp and like Lumberton and Sons.
Really?
And like as far as current music goes, and then you've got like dudes like Pretty Lights and Grizmatik. You know, those are like my favorites within like the EDM scene. And then you've got like Big Gigantic's a favorite too. And then
do you hope to work with Pretty Lights at all?
no, and I don't think. To be honest, I don't think that that's something that will ever happen for many people unless you're like a hip-hop vocalist that he likes. He hasn't ever done a collaboration with anybody because he kind of keeps his projects very Pretty Lights, you know? They're like very like his own thing, or he might do a remix, you know? So he doesn't get it confused. Like he is his thing, like he creates his sound that kind of shapes a large part of the scene, you know? So many people like listen to his music for inspiration, you know? But yeah, no, that's kind of what I listen to, and then other than that, I listen to like a lot of like old music that I sample, like JB Beaters, Bill Withers, like Obi Wright, Al Green, you know, like people like that, Funkadelic, Parliament, shows like that.
Have you ever thought about working with many jazz musicians?
I have this like really cool idea, and you're the first person that I guess I'll tell anybody about it. So it's coming up in like the future. But it'd be like this idea called like the Cities Project. And what that would be is it would be a tour for the Cities Project. And within that tour, it would be within every single city that I'd go to, I'd work with some musician in that city, some possibly prolific, but some musician within that city. And then I would create songs and like title them, you know, like Philadelphia or like, you know, New Orleans or, you know, whatever that might be. And hopefully work with like some blues, some jazz, soul, you know, some like musical facet element, you know, whether that be like some singers or some band or some group, and work with them, and then re-tour that. It's like the city's tour with all those cities, and then bring that act out that I collaborated with on stage with me to perform that specific song in that city with them.
That's a really cool tour plan there.
Yeah.
So we still have to wait quite a while for this though?
I mean, I don't know. It's only in the sense that I'm waiting to get to a certain point in my career where I think that people would want to collaborate with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't want to just like shop around and be like whoever, you know. I would like to do with like if I went around to, you know, wherever George Clinton lives, you know, like work with him, you know, like and have them be like, I want, like, of course I want to do it, or like be able to pay him enough for it, like do it or something, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's fun. I certainly hope we get to see some of these collaborations from you. I love how like going through Mad Liberation as a DJ, like tempos are something that I'm always looking at, and like going through the album, you just go all over the place with tempos.
Yeah.
Like I can mix any little bit of what you play into like any part of all sorts of weird different kinds of sets that I try and play.
Cool.
I just love how harmonious it makes everything. Of working with.
Just like whatever was vibing that day, you know, that whatever that day, that start was, whatever that pocket, that groove was, it just kind of goes from there, you know.
So with live sets that you put on, what other musicians do you like to play songs from?
Like feature? I typically don't.
You just play all GRiZ?
Yeah. And it wasn't intentional to like make songs that were like very in tempo in any sense, but it just kind of happened. And the nice bit about that was that I'm able to create sets of all my own music that goes from a place to a place. You know, we'll start with like some like pretty instrumental only sounding like funk stuff, and then like ease into like adding like bass noises, you know, like per song, you know. So I can like start here with like, you know, like tonight I'm gonna go like stick within like the hundreds and then go up into like 140. Like dubstep or like complextro dubstep, you know, like nowadays, you know, shit, you know, like it's not like dubstep or like dub, it's just like hectic mode shit, you know. But in that case, like, I mean, like, I play like maybe 2 to 3 songs within a set that aren't mine. Like tonight, I think I'm playing. So GRiZ has this song that he did this mashup of.
Did you get to work with him recently? Because I thought he was also touring with Big Gigantic.
I just hopped off. He just hopped on. So we kind of.
Oh, you're trading places.
Yeah.
I'm so gone. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's alright. So he made this song, and then I kind of edited it. Edited it. So there's that one. There's this Alvin Risk song that I edited as well. And then there's this Bro Safari Knuckle Children track called Freak. It's this like trap song that I just think is really fun to mix because like it's this part that's like face down, ass up, that's the way we like to fuck.
Wait, what is it called? I've been looking for that song for
Freak.
Freak.
Yeah.
Wait, I have some other Bro Safari. I think I've asked, but it makes me so sad because I can't play it on the radio.
Yeah.
Ass is one of the words that they will not let us do.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, you can't like refer to specific body parts.
Okay. What about like fingers?
You can say fingers, like, if it's not something that could be looked at in a sexual sense, you can get away with it.
Fingers are pretty sexual, dude. You can get pretty sexy with the fingers.
I guess. You can just also keep it innocent enough. The FCC has a bunch of dirty minds, man.
Yeah.
These dirty old bastards, they just hate fun.
Yeah.
They're out there to make it really difficult to mix electronic on the radio.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, how do you feel about the gaining popularity that electronic music as a whole has been garnering these days? Like, it's gone from being as obscure of a thing as it was like a decade ago in this country to now just something a lot of people are into.
Fucking whatever. To be honest, I mean, like, it's cool as shit. It's scary though, man, because like I have a job right now. Next year I might not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so crazy. Like, right now, live music is super important for me because I don't sell music.
Yeah.
You know, I don't sell anything other than my live show.
I actually was reading earlier when you were going on about how you thought music is something that should really be given away, and you said that you would be a pirate until your dying days.
Fuck yeah, man. I mean, like, I can't charge people for music, man. I'd like, if it's under my terms, and I don't want to sign with a label to do anything, you know? If it's under my terms, if it's me, if it's liberated music, you know, my label that is kind of taking shape just organically as I think labels should, you know?
Yeah.
I'm never charging people for music. Because it's just, fuck, dude, people are gonna get it anyways. And like, I always pirated music, and I don't think that like I don't know, man. It's like you can't touch it. You can't like, it's not a commodity really, you know? It's like it's sound. It's intangible, and it's like something so abstract. Like, how am I gonna charge you for like bits of information? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's so weird. I don't sell CDs. Like, when I do print CDs at my shows, I will sell a CD because I'm selling you something. Yeah. But like, as far as like a digital download, no fucking way. You know, like, yo, you have.
But you sell physical CDs?
I don't have any yet, but I'm sure, you know, in the future we're gonna have some. Because I think that like fans would like them. You know, I think.
Yeah, no, I would too. I mean, I try and buy music from any musician that I'm ever all that serious about, but I always end up starting out by pirating it.
Yeah, of course.
I just don't want to pay for it until I've heard it.
Until you trust
It's so
it.
hard to stream music.
Yeah.
It's nice how that's really come around as being a thing you can get at a lot more easily these days.
Dude, yeah.
So you work hands-on with vinyl?
No.
Have you ever worked hands-on with vinyl?
Live, no. In the studio, yeah. Because I rip from vinyl a lot, so
yeah.
Basically what I'm doing is just needle dropping. It was like, I think DJ Premier, he like said it really, really well. That's like, because I learned how to sample from like, not from directly, but like from listening to like Kanye West and like DJ Premier and Alicia Muhammad, who's a Chocolate Plus producer. It's like, they're just needle drop dudes, you know, like you buy a piece of wax and you're in a record store and you're trying to decide if you want to buy it or not. Typically a good record store will let you open up the vinyl, you know, rub it, and set it up, and you just kind of like, you don't have that much time. I mean, you can invest as much time into it as you want, but you get a stack of vinyl and you're trying to sample through it. For samples, you just kind of go on headphones and you just go to like each one of the ranges, you just drop, you know, see how it sounds, what the vibe is, or like the tone of the waxes, and like how everything is kind of like sonically sounding. You're like, that sounds cool, okay, I'll buy this one, I'll buy that one, you know. So I invested in music, and in the sense that, you know, I buy vinyl every once in a while, you know, whenever I have the chance to go out and shop. And I mean, I think it's, I don't know.
Are you planning on moving to Live 9 when that comes out here soon?
Probably. There's some cool new features on it that I've been seeing people write about, and some small.
What are you interested in with 9?
Supposedly there's like this function of the program that you can take MIDI notes from an audio clip. That'd be insane.
Cool.
And you can, I mean, and then there's like other streamlines, like compressors and audio units and stuff. So that'd be cool. And, there's also this thing called Bitwig coming out too. So I'm gonna make sure to grab that and see what that's all about. It's a different DAW. It's called Bitwig, and it's from the creator of Ableton, one of the creators of Ableton, and it's this like really different, like more Linux-y, stylistically kind of feeling open source DAW.
Do you do any of your like composing and producing sort of things in live, or do you do all that in other sorts of programs?
I do my composition in live with Reason as a rewired in to use some soft synths in there.
Yeah.
To build some synths because I was using Fruity Loops, then I used Reason, and I got into Ableton because I could like perform and you know record, produce on the program. So I was like kind of doing that, and then just kind of used Ableton and Reason together. So I was using Ableton and Reason together, and that's kind of what it is now.
Okay. Awesome. Well, if you could say anything to Louisiana here before your first showing. Yeah.
Hi Louisiana, my name is GRiZ, and I'm really excited to play this show for you guys tonight.